All right, I've got game one ready to go when you want to jump in, and we'll get this going.
All right, let's do this. I didn't even join the lobby yet. Okay, I joined the lobby.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be a PvZ to start off, and it's going to be Free versus Larva. I believe that's correct. Yeah, we got Free here. Okay, so here's the deal. If you guys aren't familiar with the format and you're just coming into this, and you know, XKC now, we're kind of having a laugh because we're still pretty new to the KCM Legend matches, but basically the format is there's 3 players representing, well, 9 players total, but they represent each of their races: Protoss, Zerg, and Terran. And it's kind of like King of the Hill fashion, where they play each other until one race takes the final victory.
Yeah. Well, the thing you need to note to that is that generally we do like one race, so whoever goes last in terms of races actually have the natural advantage. So in this case, the Terran team will have the natural advantage. But I do remember I casted one of the earlier race wars. That was actually really good. So I'm hoping that this one will be good as well.
Yeah, and from what I've heard from Blind Rar, these are pretty exceptional games that we've been able to see over the past several months with this being run. And so the cool thing here too is you were talking about the advantage. So Terran, not only they have the advantage of going last in this setup, but they also get to pick the map that they're going to play on. So map picking becomes a huge role in here. It's not a predetermined order.
Right.
So we've got both the players kind of scouting in the wrong position here. And one other thing that I wanted to add is today I will be doing the obsing, which I'm terrible at obsing, but the really cool thing at least is that between the KCM live Korean television cast and ours is that you're going to get 2 completely different views between the 2 games. So if there's something like you felt that you missed between my game or theirs, you can go ahead and watch the other person's cast and see that completely different view.
Should we make the replays available?
We don't have the permission to make the replays available, so
Right.
right now we will not. But I will
that.
ask about that because I think it'd be really cool to add them to the Team Liquid database.
That is true. So we're gonna see. Larva's actually gonna get the overpool with the spawning, actually the hatchery up immediately. So there's not much that Free can do about that. Even though he did try to block it off, but he's gonna go for the cannon after forward. So he's expecting Larva to make 6 circuits right off the bat, which Larva may not necessarily do. So I would assume that Free should have went for the Nexus first.
Yeah,
Then
we're actually seeing just 2 Zerglings being built right away to come out there and just chase that probe that is usually a nuisance inside of the Zerg base.
That is true. So we're also seeing Larva already shown his hand here, going for the early 3rd right off the bat. And this is actually a great breather for me, because I've been casting the IT Cup Nation League, right? And the 400 games are just a whole new world.
And how have those been going?
I've been having a pretty good time. I've been casting with Catspaws. So we've been
cool.
enjoying it.
I really love that Catspaw's been able to dedicate quite a bit to the casting scene.
That is good. He's a very good analytical caster.
Yeah,
but
we need more of those, don't we?
yeah, we do. I'm just like the hype man in that.
Yeah.
So I get to work on my hyping skills. But here's the thing, though. So we're going to see pretty standard things from coming out from both players. We're going to see the lair come down right now for Larva. Meanwhile, Free has his gateway. Nexus coming up. Gas already on the way as well. So nothing out of the ordinary from either players, which is pretty nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a pretty good macro potential game here. I really don't think that we're going to be seeing a 3-hatch Hydra, so we're good here. Still that probe managing to stay alive here. Not even, it's got its shields regenerated. So some really good scouting from Free going on. Just as long as he's very aware that there is this top base at the 2 o'clock position here.
Well, Free can already assume that what Free's actually really looking for is the timing of Larva's main important building. Basically, when his lair finishes, and if he gets a Spire or try to sneak out a Hydra Den.
Absolutely, and we are going to see this Stargate go down right now. You know, it's going to be timed out really well with this lair timing here because he knows that the Spire is going to follow and wants to have that crucial number of Corsairs at least deal with any sort of mutas that could come out.
All right, we're already seeing the Free's already sent out his first cell across the map here. 2 Larva third base, and this is just Free taking advantage of the fact that Larva's Zergans are kind of out of position, but at the same time, there's nothing to really hit at that third base. So
yeah, but quite a bit of Zerglings have been made, so I feel like at least Larva's putting himself in a good position to deal with any Zealots that do come out to harass.
Larva overreacted, I think, with these Zergans, though.
Yeah, he did build quite a few.
Gonna hurt the economy just a little bit, but we do see the Spire already about halfway done. Meanwhile, Free has his Stargate coming up, and no +1 air weapons nor forward, so we might see a very heavy, or a very quick third, I should say.
Yeah, it looks like he's going really army light, upgrade light right now. You can see that only 1 gateway is here, and he's got a low amount of Zealots. So, you know, he's keeping his minerals low by just pumping out a ton of probes, really, and just going forward with tech. He's got the Templar Archives coming down right away. So I wonder if it's going to be more of a Sair DT style build.
It could be, but I'm thinking it's really just more of like a... If it's Sair DT, it could be a very defensive Sair DT. Not really that much that Free should be able to do, unless Larva messes up completely. And I suspect that Larva's actually going to get a very early 6 hatchery if he notices what's happening.
Yeah, he definitely can get away with it. There's not going to be any army to pressure very hard with. And so he does have that additional hatchery up at the third base location. He's got another one at the natural. So already up to 5 total.
But he does start the +1 air weapons now.
Yeah. So he really wants to make sure he can deal with the Sairs.
Well, I don't know, but if you're going to go for the +1 air weapon...
Oh, look at this, XKC. The Lynx are going to get inside this base here. You know, Larva is really notable for being able to slip his Lings in his PvZs against Bisu. And I think that he just always does this really well against Protoss in general, where he just dances his Lings out at the forge and sees if he can get him in.
So interesting enough, though, this is Larva's going to be able to see everything. He's going to see that the Cybernetic core is spinning, so he knows that the +1 air weapons is coming. He should have seen that 1 DT come out, so he knows exactly what Free's up to, which is actually a big problem for Free. Because now Free just rather showed Larva that he has no real strong 2 base attack at the moment, so Larva's going to take that 4th base relatively quickly. The only thing you have to really worry about is a ZT run by. And the thing is that Free still have to worry about these 3 Zerg inside his main base. You're going to get a couple of them down, but not before losing, say, 2 or 3 probes, I think.
Yeah, now this DT is going to be perfectly defended here. I mean, it does manage to get behind this mineral line, but oh man. I spoke a little too soon. I thought there's no way, you know, with these links and that sunken, but the drones do get pulled.
Oh,
and,
he
sneaks it!
Oh my goodness! Oh no, this hatchery might have to be canceled.
Wow, the power of just 1 DT. You know, the Overlords really aren't reacting up to that space. So it looks like he may end up losing this hatchery to just 1 DT. Look at all the Scorch flying around the map.
No. He might be able to save it if that Overlord gets there in time. So Larva basically has to wait out for this Overlord to make it there in time. The other option he has is to morph the hatchery immediately into a lair to give it more hit points. Oh, there's a bad mistake by Free, though. Free's actually going back and forth. Larva could have blocked the DT a little bit from hitting the hatchery, but there it is, though.
Yeah.
The DT took 5 kills, but the hatchery will survive for now.
It definitely instilled some fear, though. Larva being a little careless about dealing with that DT. You know, you would think he would have responded faster, especially when he had 2 Overlords at that front base down the ramp. So, Free now, where does he go from here? He still doesn't have a strong gateway army presence on this map.
He doesn't need to. He has a very strong Corsair presence, but I'll actually hold that thought, though. The Corsair might be getting themselves Scourge here. More than 1 Corsair coming down. Not a pair of Scourge is coming by him, but where is the main Scourge fleet of Larva? Somewhere. I know Larva had way more Scourges than that.
Oh, and a lot of links just streaming across this map here. I wonder if that was kind of a misclick with his control groups. Oh, 1 more Corsair going.
Yeah, the DT in the 4th base finally goes down. Finally. Well, here's the thing, though. So Free has to expand, so he has no attack that he made at the moment. So you can definitely take that close third if you want to, but he's not showing any. Just as I say that, he finally sent the probe out to take that close third. But Larva already had Lang's prep just in case.
Yeah, he does have the minerals to put down a Nexus right now, which he will do, and probably drop a pylon too. I feel like these Lings, though, you know, if they can just keep an eye on this Zealot army here, if the Zealots get out of position, they can kind of sweep in and maybe pick off a pylon, delay that Nexus some if possible. That's what Larva's going to be looking for.
That's a possibility, but he doesn't have really enough Lings right now. But he does see that Free has a very heavy Zealot army. We haven't seen any High Templars come out just yet, so a Hydra Switch would be very potent here if Larva wants to pressure his third. He does have a very nice 4-base economy to work for it, though. And Free's Corsairs have been relatively useless for the most part.
Yes, they have. Speed done for the Zealots, +1 completed here. We still have Lings that are unupgraded. We're seeing that they're sitting at 0-0. But the Hydra switch is real here. You know, all the upgrades are done for the Hydras at this point. Oh, and look, the Lings are going to come in and sweep down to this third base. How much damage are they going to get done here? Immediately, the cannons do have to get canceled.
Well, that's just Larva forcing Free to stay defensively, so Larva doesn't really have to kill off the third dog. What you have to do is just make sure the Free can't move out and take map control.
That and not letting Free get a third base that has a gas at it is also pretty crucial.
That is pretty crucial, but we do see the High Templars finally come out now, so I think Free will be able to defend it third, unless Larva is very good at baiting out storms.
I know we're seeing a lot of Hydras, but there's been a lot of PVZs where at this point in the game, I think it's with like 0, where instead of going with a lot of Hydras, he stores a lot of gas and switches to Mutas real fast, and then picks off all the High Templars. And it just completely weakens the Protoss army in the mid-game.
That's a little bit tricky to do, because see, the problem with that is that you have to basically kill off your Protoss with their fleet. But I'm gonna hold that thought though. Here comes the attack by Larva. Let me do the third base here. There's one storm coming off here. Next storm coming off. Gonna get us a couple hydrants for now. Gonna morph itself into Archon. So 2 good storms so far, but it's still way too many Zerg units. A nice third storm coming on to the third group of Zerg. Meanwhile, we do have a big attack in the middle of the map here. It's also chasing the hydrants away. But the third could actually still fall. Larva,
there's a huge round of Zealots that are coming from the top though, XKCD. I think this is gonna be enough to hold off. The Nexus actually didn't take any damage.
It didn't take any damage, which is surprising though. Might have taken a couple shield points of damage, but here comes another wave of attack from Larva. Larva still wants to pressure himself into his third. I don't think he's enough DPS at the moment. There's so many Zealots to work with. Most importantly, the Archon though. But Freed! Units are stuck behind the mineral line. This is not good at all. Larva's gonna be able to use the high ground to work with his Hydras. Really a little bit of Michael coming in here. Gets coming a little bit flank on the bottom side of the third by Larva. Which is
yeah, both sides not really doing well. I can't believe Free just seemed to clean that up pretty well. You know, it looked a little daunting at first, and oh my god, he's losing all these Corsairs on top of the Hydralisks. That's not good. He's got to keep those alive. Almost Tysoned himself.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You can't lose the Corsairs. I cannot emphasize how important that is, really.
Yeah.
Not lose these Corsairs.
Oh, coming in here to pick off this Overlord too, you know. I felt like Larva brought a good amount of Overlords to help deal with any DTs that could get the free kills here, but now not having any Overlords, the Corsair's cleaning that up. There's one DT already sitting at 5 kills.
Yeah, hold that thought. Larva's gonna go into the third again. Like, Larva's first thing that Free has no high Templar, so you can keep using the Hydra run by, so to speak, and deal more damage here. I mean, you're only killing cannons though, which doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it's putting Free on the defensive. It's letting Larva control the flow of the game at the moment.
Yeah, Larva's mining really well with his economy too. Having these 4 bases, he's got 4 gases all. Well, one of them's not up yet at the top right, but that's about it. I think that Larva can just continue to stream pressure here and hopefully out macro the Protoss player Free.
The only reason that would be true because Free hasn't had any high-tech units come out. He's only now having a new wave of high Templars coming out. Oh, so once Free, the army composition gets better, then Larva has to start thinking about going to the Hive, going to the ultra late game here. I mean, this will fizzle out sooner or later. Not like Larva continue pressuring on. The timing window's already a little bit past. We do see the robotics ability put down thirds, which I believe is going to be for the Obs and the Reaver, if we do have to get the Reavers out.
So what does Larva do from here? Just kind of control the middle space, work for his hive upgrades, and try and get Dark Swarm out into play?
That's basically Larva. That's a good game plan for Larva here. But the thing is, Larva needs to make sure he keeps the high Templar count down if possible. This is where, you know, having a good Muta switch would be effective. But other option is to start preparing to stop Free from getting the 4th. Because we already seen that the Corsairs is not going to be a bit of a problem, though. It's only 3 Corsairs on the map now, so it's not. I guess the Corsairs have been okay for maybe one engagement, but we're going to see Larva do some more damage here to the Corsairs. Meanwhile, Free finally has stabilized his 3rd here. He's already starting to put down his 4th. This is where I think Larva's have to really start thinking about that hive.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the gateway placement of Free, and kind of the way he did it, depending on where the Dragoons pop out, their AI will kind of glitch them out. Kind of hurts on the re-macro.
Yeah, that is true.
It's one of those nuisance things where you're like, oh, well, I've got to build Dragoons.
Yeah, but here's the
dang
thing,
it.
though. So, here comes Free. Though Free's already got Larva's middle 3rd, so Free might go for his first major attack of the game here. The question is, can Larva defend? Now, I'm not sure, though. Larva has no lurkers, which is a big problem as well. If you're talking about going to the hive, you need to have lurkers and, you know, a lot of effective defenses to work with. The thing is, this could be very
lurkers are on the way, though. He does have 3 behind these sunken colonies, and are they going to finish in time? This is going to get really close.
No, looks like the defense will be too strong here for Free to break through. And let's not forget, though, if Free overcommits, loses his entire army, then Larva basically wins the game here, since Free can't really remap. Oh, that's actually a big loss, though. He actually lost that Observer.
Yeah, that Observer got picked off by the Spore colony. So the High Templar, though, they do have enough energy for nearly 2 storms now on a couple of them. So, I mean, these lurkers do have to watch out. But it looks like, oh, another flank from the top at this 3rd base.
Hey, look at this. Larva's going to try to force Free to fall back immediately. He's going to get a nice damage here. Some units falling down here, 1 cannon. It's just really more of a distraction for Larva to work with. I mean, Larva's only now getting his hive up, which is halfway done. But here's the thing, though. Free's army is growing stronger and stronger. It could be problematic.
Yeah, Free's in a really great position, too, because as he's taking that 3rd at the 6 o'clock position, he can really bounce back and forth and between defending and applying pressure to that natural base.
That is true.
I certainly thought that Larva was going to take this game a lot sooner. Free's doing a really good job of taking this into the mid-game.
Mid-to-late game, but hold that thought, though. Here comes another attack here to the 4th. And this might be a little bit problematic, though, where Free tries to move his army to the top side of the map to get something done there, but this gives Larva an opportunity to attack the bottom side. What I'm really thinking that Free should do is just control the bottom part of the map, because he doesn't really have a need to take the top part just yet. Like, his primary focus is going to be taking this 6 o'clock base.
Absolutely. So, I mean, what does Larva do right now? He's going to have to let Free take the 6 o'clock. He really can only just do some of those, you know, lurker tactics every once in a while, try and run him in and get a few probe kills, but really he can't take that 6 o'clock base anymore.
Lurker drop would be really nice. If you can get a lurker, 2 lurkers behind the natural middle line, that'd be fantastic. Look at this, the Larva's going to start to expand right now, so he's going to take his position here at the high ground. Free's going to try to push up it. Not going to work, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of units here, but still, just as defender's advantage, the way the lurkers are spread out right here, it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering for Free to get up there.
See, the problem I have right now is that Larva went for the +2 range attack, but so he has no upgrades for his lurkers, besides the +2 attack, but no characters. So all of his Zerg units are actually being very, very, I guess, fragile, so to speak.
Yeah.
They already have problems getting they're fragile enough, so we've already seen that attack that hole just got defeated immediately. Now, I mean, Larva's going to send a new wave of reinforcements, but this attack is scary, I have to say. It is pretty scary. Free's going to make himself into the 3rd base. The question is, can he break it?
Well, we do have the Defiler Mound that is completed.
And he loses his observers again!
Uh-oh.
Free's in big trouble right now. You have no observers, though, so the only way to deal with these lurkers is going to be the storms, and that's the thing you don't want to use. So you want to not use the dark threader, dude.
Yeah,
Storm,
you really want to
lurkers.
use the Dragoon range to your advantage while you can with your observers intact.
So here's the thing, though. So because of that, look how small this Protoss army got. and it's gonna be very easy for Larva to clean up here. I don't see Larva should be able to like kill all the rest of these units. Maybe only let a few escape, but Free has the 4-base economy to work with, so it's not all too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but still, he just he committed to that top right a little bit too long without an avenue to escape, and he's just kind of packed himself into this corner here. I mean, sure, he's re-macroed up, but still.
Way too long.
Yeah, we're looking at the supply counts are pretty even right now. Free at 135, Larva at 127. I keep forgetting that we have all these statistics on the screen to use because we're running with the NCA launcher and we're not just watching it from like a source stream. And I'm like, oh, I can actually see how many workers there are. And pretty neat to note that this worker count's pretty similar, floating between 56 and 59.
That is true.
I like that there's a lurker egg stat too right now. There's 5 lurker eggs.
Well, I'm not a big fan of those trackers.
Yeah, I completely ignore them.
It makes me feel like I'm watching StarCraft 2. Too much data, too much statistics. But going back to the game though, so Free's already looking to expand to the left side. He might take that 9 o'clock, which he will. Meanwhile, Larva double expanding here. We're gonna see the filers come out, which they already are. They're already starting to get some energy for themselves with the consume. The Dark Swarm will be a factor now. The question is, when will the Plague come in? We do see the Plague research being upgraded at the moment. And Larva should start looking towards cows. Get some ultras going.
Oh, looks like there might be a scrum up here at the 12 o'clock base. Free's trying to decide whether he wants to commit to that pressure here. Really, I mean, he's got himself in a pretty good position because, most importantly, he wants to be able to defend that 9 o'clock. So he's got his army in a position where he can bounce between the 9 and the 12. Owen's going to go for it here. He's going to send the Zealots in.
That's risky though. Sending the Zealots in not hitting support without the Goons or the High Tumbler, which were lagging quite behind. You're just throwing a couple units away for nothing.
And Larva's so smart, he saw the Observer right away, pick it off with his Hydras, focus it down, and then the Zealots had to pull back.
And this is the problem though, because Free's overextended once again. Now, Larva's going to go for the little flank here. Going to stop this coming off, even though the connection wasn't there. But the important part is that it does cut off a retreat path here for Free. You know, Free's going to have a very hard time trying to engage these lurkers under the Dark Swarm without the storms.
Yeah.
Oh, nice Plague. Actually, no, that was not a good play. That was not a good play. That was an okay Plague. It got like, you know.
It got a couple Dragoons. They're running around like Ned from Jurassic Park. What a great scene when he gets just spooged on by the dinosaur.
Man, it's been years since I've seen that.
Oh, gotta get on that. Oh, yeah. There's another Plague down going on these Zealots.
That's the thing, though. Once the Plague curse comes into action here, Free has to get some damage done, or at the very least split them out.
Yeah, so what's he doing? He didn't even build that Nexus at the 9 o'clock. I guess he decided that he wasn't going to be able to defend it. But, I don't know. When's he going to decide to take that base? Because he's got to expand.
This would be a good time to take it right now. Good time to take it right now if you can. Larva's going to send another fresh wave of units out. Some more Lurkerling, Hydras, and Defog support. Don't know Ultras just yet, though.
You know, he really didn't use that robotics facility at all. Other than observers.
It's the drop, and it looks like the spawning pool got killed off.
Oh man, look at the mini-map. It's just getting swarmed right now. Larva is going crazy here. How many directions are we going to be able to see in this attack?
Well, Larva has a 180-degree attack going on right now. It's going to be all...
Wow.
Play going on here. Couple good swarm coming off, but here's the thing, though. Larva just simply have so many units. The Protoss army is severely weakened.
Nuts.
And it's just Larva coming in to clean up, and the 5th, once again, will be denied. We're seeing that Free still has somewhat of an economy. He has 2 bases mining. You really need that 5th. Excuse me. You need that 5th base.
That Dark Templar coming over and one-swiping these lurkers, just cracking me up. Oh, don't run towards the Overlords, though. That's no good. Well, Free gonna be brave and push out again, but Larva just like it demolished Free for a minute there.
That is true.
And look at that, no armor upgrades for Free. I mean, that's really bad, just sitting there with +3 attack.
Well, the armor is spinning right now, so I mean it's perfectly fine if we don't go for the second fort. But you have to make something happen regardless.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the only thing that Free has been trading with Larva has been basically arming. Free hasn't traded any like buildings with Larva. The only thing he probably killed off was that one spawning pool. So Larva, quote unquote, has been winning every engagement so far.
Yeah, he's been definitely dominating this. Oh, we have a DT with 7 kills now and going up.
Yeah, but DT doesn't really matter though. Larva's just going to go once again for another big attack onto this army of Free, which has been severely dwindled over the course of this game. You know,
just watching the minimap, you can tell like Larva is just coming in all different directions here. Free just getting choked up again.
This
just
might be
suffocating Zerg play.
Yes, you're gonna get a nice storms here, but he doesn't have the macro to deal with it. And
I think this is the last stand for Free. Really, without that 4th base or 5th base.
Ah, I don't think having the 5th base was the problem here. It was just that Free was taking too many bad engagements without getting anything done with it.
Yeah.
So Larva's been playing pretty good games. We've already seen Larva expand to the 3 o'clock base, and I think once Larva gets like the ultras out, that just should be game over. The question is, he hasn't built the cabin yet, so not like he needs it anyway. He's been winning with the Fire Ring.
So let's assume that Larva does manage to beat Free in this game. Then it would be a ZVT after this because of the way the matchups work, and that's gonna be really tough for him. I mean, ZVP's his bread and butter, so he's gonna have to play like even more exceptional than he has played in this game.
Yep.
I tried to click outside my window and ended up just scrolling down the map.
Oh no, why would you?
I keep forgetting that I clamped inside of the window here. Oh man, I just love when Larva just re-macros. Look at the mini-map again, coming from all directions.
It is glorious.
Awesome.
I have to say, it is glorious.
This is amazing Zerg play. I mean, Free doesn't have a chance here. I wish we did have the game part viewer where we could kind of zoom out though, so we could see more of the map at once. Ah, GG.
Yeah, it would be a GG. So Larva takes first game 4 Zerg. So for us, going to be down to 2 races. We're going to see ZVT come up yet next.